done something cool. We know you can print a lot of stuff using a 3D printer, but did you know that you can now print cars? Joining us now, CEO of Local Motors, Jay Rogers, and his 3D printed Rally Fighter, which looks like something combination from the Baja 1000 and in the video game Halo. Now, Jay, I assume you did not print the engine.
Brian, you are correct. We do not print the engine, but we have pioneered a way to 3D print a car that nobody else has ever done before.
What are the possibilities for 3D printing on a more widespread scale?
Well, so about changing the world, Local Motors really is more than a car company. We make cars, we make motorcycles, we make toys, but we're none of those in specific. We are really the world's leading open source hardware company, and cars were our first vertical. And you're right, you can use additive manufacturing for so many things that can change the world. And we just started in vehicles, because if you can make a car, you can make almost anything.
And are you building that fine-looking beast of a machine behind you, Jay, just as a demonstration of what is possible, or is this going to be a real production car that, say, a relatively semi-well-known television personality might be able to take for a spin?
That's a great point, Brian. I'll give you a ride, you and Mandy, at any time. So really, the truth is, this car, we've put 100 of them on the road all over the world, and it was a first foray into 3D printing parts of a vehicle. This fall, at the International Manufacturing and Technology Show in Chicago, we will 3D print an entire vehicle, chassis, body, and everything from the ground up. So this was really a first test to sell around the world.
Forgive my ignorance, but to what degree are traditional car companies getting on board with 3D printing of car parts? And ultimately, what might be the implications in terms of pricing for the consumer of a 3D printed car, or at least that has some certain components that have been 3D printed? Does it make it cheaper?
So what it does is a lot of things that are beneficial to the car industry. It removes parts, which makes it lighter, which makes it safer, which makes it less expensive and makes it easier to build, which means that you can put less money into each model and get new things out on the road faster. There's so many things that it does, and it's so valuable not only to cars, but we've found ourselves now working with GE to work to power their appliance business in product development. So we can take what we've learned in doing things for cars and motorcycles and bikes and go on even to appliances.
Jay, we got to go, but the car is very cool, and listen, my able co-host lives in Manhattan. I think the Verado might be a little more her style. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm looking forward to that spin.
We'll get her drift triking.
Let's hope she won't find out what that is. Thanks, Jay.